I'm here to speak with you about toxic siblings. Early yesterday morning, I was on a phone call, laughing with my sister, who I am usually afraid to do that with, about how I had to boost my own car that night. In a flash, out of the blue, she started after me. She started coming after me on the phone, going back 8 years in time to when she was settling estates in my family, and would not tell me anything, would not communicate, would not answer any questions. It was a very difficult time. The vicious attack that I took yesterday morning was completely uncalled for. It was worse than anything I had ever experienced in my life with her. There had been many times this had happened, and every time I had forgiven her and tried over and over. I thought things were going okay, which doesn't really mean much, but civil to a point. And out of the blue, this happened. She went after me for things that I had not ever done or said. I was in shock. I couldn't speak. I tried to interject and could get nowhere. Near the end of the conversation, I attempted to tell her that what she was telling me were about things that she had done, and that was all about projection. She continued to get worse and worse. At this point, I should have said, "I cannot speak with you unless you calm down," and I should have hung up. But I was so transfixed on the screaming that I couldn't do anything. She got to the point of telling me that she hated me and that she would not ever do anything with me, and that I was not a sister to her, which is not the truth at all. But in her mind, I am not. She went even further, to a point where I could not even comprehend, about my uncle's friend being at a burial in my family. What was I going to tell this woman to leave? She was the only one that had been kind to me. When my parents died and my uncle had died, I had no one. And she still had her strange friends. And I say strange because that's my term for them. I'm very fortunate to have a few friends that are very kind. But when you are told that you are hated and you are screamed at for far too long over the phone and you are not able to hang up, you start shaking. And I am dealing with an issue where I should not be exposed to that. Finally, she said to me how much better she felt. She had just taken a vicious attack at me and she felt better. What kind of person is so toxic and doesn't care about their own family member to say that they felt better after being so cruel? I hope by talking about this I've helped someone. Don't ever take this from anyone. It isn't worth it. Once you have tried a few times with a person, that may even be too many times. But after allowing it to happen several times and thinking it's going to work out, just know that it won't ever work out. So if it happens 1 or 2 times, walk away. And I have been able to link one of my uncles on my mother's side to this. It seems as though every time he comes into town and visits her, she gets worse. And I'm not surprised, because she's so influenced. Always was. So this will be the last and the worst of the things that I've had to listen to. No more chances, because there is no way she'll ever apologize. She never does. I've always been the one that had to call or text, and I absolutely hate texting anyway. So just know that it does not get better in some cases. And once you have been emotionally abused by someone, you should walk away unless they are willing to change. And this sort of person, in my experience, does not ever change. Take care.